Yo, what it do is your boy the UEMC coming at you one more again, dropping some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And like, whew, man, I had to have me a big glass of tea the day after work, man. You know, my special tea, man. You know, this shit go, man. I might have to start marketing this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, you know, a particularly long day at work, man, and I'll probably cipher on that shit more later, you know, but you know, it just made me think about a couple of things, man. You know, the way people deal with and perceive black people, African Americans, man. You know, and you know, it got me to thinking about racism and what's the root of racism. And like, you know, the root of racism, man, is fear. You know, it's fear. You know, and I don't care how many fucking anti-racism trainings you go to or that you give or whatever. Like, you're not gonna solve the majority of racism in the world by sending motherfuckers to some anti-racism training. You know, only so many people are gonna be able to be enlightened enough and, you know, open enough to deal with that, man. You gotta deal with the fear that's at the basis of it, man. You know, because you know, the media, you know, it just all goes back to media perceptions, you know, constant projections of, you know, of the black man in particular, but African Americans as a whole, you know, doing criminality, violence, you know, and with programs like COINTELPRO, starting with Nixon's war on drugs, because Nixon started the war on drugs, not Reagan. You know, pumping our poor communities with drugs. We started to self-perpetuate these negative images and stereotypes, and a lot of this negative shit has got ingrained into our culture. So it's shit that we gotta do to fix our shit, man. Like, we gotta fix our shit, man. Ain't nobody gonna save us, man. You know, much less the motherfucking Democrats. You ain't figured it out yet. You know, I hope you figure it out soon, man. You know, they keep playing us like chumps, man. You know, and they scare you with, you know, the supposed racism that's already the fuck going on, man. But like, you know, like for some reason, if Trump get into the White House, you know, it's about to be, you know, a fucking Fourth Reich or some shit like that. You know, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I understand it. I voted Democrat out of harm reduction for all of my voting life. Like, you know, but we got to become wiser than that. We got to use our vote strategically, and you know, it's about time that we, you know, we make the Democrats understand you can't just take our vote for granted, man. You can't just keep promising us shit and not giving it to us. But you like they're like, you know, we're better than the other guys. That's basically what they're saying, you know. But the thing is the whole fucking world has this negative perception, you know, of our people, man. And we have to, you know, we have to fix the dysfunction within our culture to change that. We gotta do it. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for us, man. It will never happen if we keep waiting for some other motherfucker to come around, you know, and fix your shit. Especially if you waiting on the motherfucker that fucked you up. You know, I mean, you know, that's like, you know, acting like it's like a motherfucker stab you and you ask that motherfucker to stitch you up. Like, you gonna bleed out. You gonna bleed out waiting for that shit, man. You know, but it's like, man, you know, the whole concept of the hip hop manifesto is to push positive messages and images in our music and our videos, and we're gonna take it to the next level after that. You know, books, comic books, novels, TV. You know, we gotta control our image and push a positive image of our people out there, so our babies see that, so our young people see that, so we see that, so we begin to emulate that positivity on a major scale, the same way that unfortunately, you know, we've been self-perpetuating a lot of this negative shit. You know what I'm saying?